Thank you all. Please be seated. Thanks for coming. Thanks for working on an immigration bill that's important for this country. And one of the things I told members of the Senate that the administration is going to be involved in crafting a comprehensive bill that's good for the country. I would send two members plus our staff up to, two members of my cabinet plus our staff up to work with the senators. I appreciate you all helping work this bill through the Senate. You've done exactly what I asked you to do. That's why you're in the cabinet. But the system isn't working. The immigration system needs reform. The status quo is unacceptable. Well, we attempted to reform the system in 1986, and the reform didn't work. Our view is if the status quo is unacceptable, we need to replace it with something that is acceptable. We'll be moving our attention to the House when the Senate passes a comprehensive piece of legislation. I view this as an historic opportunity for Congress to act, for Congress to replace a system that is not working. In other words, this is a moment for people who have been elected to come together, focus on the problem, and show the American people that we can work together to fix the problem. If you dislike the status quo in immigration, then you ought to be supporting a comprehensive approach to making sure the system works, and it's a practical approach. The Senate has worked very hard to craft a comprehensive bill. This bill has a lot of border security measures that will help continue the strategy that we have been implementing over the past year. As a matter of fact, there's a $4.4 billion direct deposit on enforcement measures. In order to enforce the border, there has to be a way for people to come to our country on a temporary basis to do work Americans aren't doing. Otherwise, they will continue to try to sneak in across the border. And therefore, a second aspect of the comprehensive bill is one that addresses the economic needs of our country, and that is a temporary worker program that'll match foreign workers with jobs Americans aren't doing. And notice I say temporary worker program. They'll be willing to be crammed in the bottom of 18-wheelers. They fall prey to these coyotes who smuggle human beings to achieve profit. And finally, this bill goes to the heart of our values. We have proven that our nation is capable of assimilating people. And I'm confident that we can continue to be a nation that assimilates. Also recognizes in our nation's interest to bring people out of the shadows. That there's got to be a way forward that recognizes there is a penalty for being here illegally. On the other hand, that recognizes that each person has got worth and dignity. You know, I love a country where people come with dreams and aspirations.